has the following probability function for various values of x. Okay, so for each value x taken by the random variable capital X, these are the probability distributions given to you. 0, for 0 it is 0, k, all those corresponding values, please check that. You have to first of all find the value of k, evaluate what is p of x less than 6, p of x greater than or equal to 6, and p of x 3 less than x less than or equal to 6. Also find the probability distribution and the distribution function of x. So you have to find the value of k and substitute the value of k so that you get the probability distribution. After that, distribution function of x means you have to work for the cumulative distribution function, and also you have to work for all these three values. Okay, so let's start with the solution here. Solution. So first of all, we must have for each of this, your p of x should always be greater than or equal to 0, and the summation of p of x should be equal to 1. Okay, it should be equal to 1. So it means what? If you add up all of these values of all the p of x in the lower part, okay, you should get their addition to be 1. So referring this property, what do you get? By definition only we have that this implies 0 plus k plus 2k plus 2k plus 3k plus k square plus 2k square plus 7k square plus k must be equal to 1. Okay, by the definition. So if you add up all of this, k plus 2k, 3k, 5k, 8k, 9k. So totally 9k, and there is how many k squares? There are 1, 3 and 10. 10k squares plus 9k is equal to 1, or this implies this equation can be written as 10k square plus 9k minus 1 is equal to 0, or if you simplify this further, you will have 10k square plus 10k minus 9 minus k minus 1 is equal to 0, or 10k you can take common, k plus 1. Similarly, you can take minus 1 common, k plus 1 is equal to 0. So this implies 10k minus 1 into k plus 1 is equal to 0. This gives you the value for k is equal to 1 by 10 or k is equal to minus 1. Now if k is equal to minus 1, yes, if k is equal to minus 1, this will violate our definition for p of x greater than or equal to 0. So this has to be neglected. Okay, I told you why we have to neglect this value. Reason, you should get p of x should be greater than or equal to 0. If you put k is equal to minus 1, all of these values will turn to be negative, and that is not appropriate according to the definition for the probability distribution. Okay, because of this we have to neglect k is equal to minus 1. Now when k is equal to plus 1 by 10, okay, so the probability distribution, how it will look like? We'll write the required probability distribution. He has asked for probability distribution. Therefore, with this value of k, probability distribution is equal to, yes, probability distribution is, so we will give the distribution here. Here we have x and the corresponding p of x. So since it is 0, that time it is 0 only. So let me make it proper. Yeah, we have x and p of x. Now when it is 1, k is 1 by 10, so 1 by 10. Next 2 by 10, 1 by 5 you get. Next 3, 2 by 10, so it's again 1 by 5. 4, 3 by 10, so 3 by 10 as it is, you cannot further simplify it. For 5, you have got k square, which is 1 by 100. For 6, it is 2k square, which is 2 divided by 100. Okay. For 7, it is 7k square, means 7 divided by 100 plus 1 divided by 10. Okay. So it is 7 plus 10 divided by 100 or 17 by 100, simplified for answer. Okay, so these are the probability distributions asked for the first part. Okay, this part is done. Now let's go for distribution function of x. What are the distribution functions of x? So for distribution function of x, okay, so we have found the probability distribution already. Now what is distribution function of x? It is defined to be f of x, that is equal to p of capital X less than or equal to x, and that is equal to summation I going from 1 to x, p of xi. Okay, let's, by this definition, let us construct our table which defines your cumulative or distribution function of x, one and the same. Okay, so here your x and here your f of x. Okay, so when it is 0, first it will be 0 only. Next, for 1 it will be 0 plus the above one, 0 plus 1 by 10. 1 by 10 is 0.1, so that will be 0.1. I'll write it here only in short, that is equal to 0.1. Okay, next for 2, it will be 0.1 plus the present one. So it is, what is 1 by 5? 1 by 5 is 0.2. Okay, 0.1 plus 0.2 you are going to do. The previous value was 0.2 so far, plus 0.2 you will do. That will be equal to 0.3. Similarly, for 3, it will be, previous value was 0.3 so far evaluated, plus for 3 it is 1 by 5 which is 0.2. Okay, so it will become 0.5. Next, for 4, yes, it is 3 by 10 which is 0.3 again. 0.3 plus the previous last evaluated value was 5. So 0.5 plus 0.3. Okay, that is 0.8. Now for 5, it's 0.01. 0.01 plus 0.8. So it is 0.8 plus 0.01, which will be 0.81. For 6, it is 2 by 100, which is, previous value is 0.81 plus 0.02. 0.02. What is 0.02? Yes, 0.02 is equal to, yes, yeah, 0.02 plus 0.81. It would be 0.83. Finally, 1 minute, yes, I'll extend a bit here. Okay, now 7. For 7, the last evaluated value is 0.83 plus the present one, 0.17 you all have got. Okay, so if you add it, you will get 0, 0 and 1. So sum is 1, is it not? So that is the basic condition. So at the end, you should end up with 1 only. Okay, then only your distribution, the distribution function of x, it is proper. Just remember that one point. Okay, I hope this is clear how to find the cumulative distribution function or distribution function of x. This is probability distribution. This is called distribution function of x. Okay, for each. You're going to, the definition is there already in my previous session. A problem on that I was planning to do it, so here it is. Okay, so now next we have to evaluate the further part of that problem. For that I need to just clean up all this. Okay, then we'll start with that. I'll just retain the probability distribution and continue, because this cumulative distribution, all of you please copy it in your notebook, and then we'll go for the further part of your solution. Okay, now we have to evaluate P of B part. We had to evaluate P of x less than 6. Now probabilities of all the x which are less than 6. Okay, it will be, first probability of x is equal to 0 because 0 is less than 6, plus probability of x equal to 1, plus all those probabilities where it is less than 6. Up till 5 you are going to consider. That's it. Okay, so go on doing it. It's very easy. It's not seen, I guess. Wait, I'll just take it down. Probability of x is equal to 3 plus the probability of x is equal to 4. Probability of x is equal to 5. So add up all the probabilities. It's 0 plus 0.1 plus 0.2 plus 0.2 plus 0.3 plus 0.01. These are all the values. So I am just not taking 1 by 10 as 1 by 10. I am taking it as 0.1. This becomes 0.2. This is 0.2. This is 0.3. 0.01. Okay, add up all of these. What do you get? 0.3, 0.5, 0.8, 0.81. So these are all the values. Okay. So therefore the probability of x less than 6 is 0.81. Okay. Similarly, we have to evaluate the probability of p of x greater than or equal to 6. Okay. So it can be done in a very small and the simplest way. Up till less than 6 we have done over here. Okay. So I want p of second part over here was p of x greater than or equal to 6. Definitely it will be 1 minus p of x less than 6. Yes or no? Because the addition of all the probabilities is equal to 1. Always remember, the addition of all the probabilities distributed should be equal to 1. Okay. Yes. So already we have found the probabilities of x less than 6, which is 0.81. Okay. I want the probabilities of those values where x is greater than or equal to 1. So it should be what? 1 minus those values which are already less than 6. Okay, strictly less than 6, not less than or equal to. This gives you greater than or equal to. Okay, so it will be 1 minus 0.81. You don't have to take, you can either do it like this also. You have to just add up 6 and 7 you have to take. Okay, then also you will get the same value, or else if you do 1 minus 0.81, then also it will be the same. Okay, so if you add up all this, if you take the subtraction, you get this value as, so it comes out to be 0.19. It will be 0.19. Okay, this is what you get. Okay, so I hope up till here it is done. Next is we must work for p of x 3 less than x less than or equal to 6. So it starts with p is less than x should be greater than 3. So it should start with 4, 5 and 6. Add all these, you will get your value. So it will be 3 by 10. So should I write it here? It will be p of 4, p of x equals 4 plus p of x equals 5. Okay, and plus p of x equals 6. Okay, so that gets you to be it's 3 by 10. So it is 0.3 plus 0.01 plus 0.02. Okay, just see this. Yes, it should be 0.33c at the end. 0.33. Okay, just check the value. It should be 0.33. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you. Now continue with some more important